Hi guys, welcome to Smooth's Workshop. Right, I've been asked to do some more bike related reviews and such like. Sorry, just moved my camera about here. I'm going to do an inbox review here of Tamiya's 1/12 scale Yamaha RZ250, which is series number 2 in the range. It's a vintage bike. Full part number is 140002. It's a 1980s kit. It's no longer in production, so they're like hen's teeth to get hold of. I'm also looking for the 350 version, but they're going for silly money on eBay when you can find somebody with one in their stash. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to run you through the model kit itself, what's in the box, and just do an inbox review. So this is the front artwork of the box. It's a little bit crumpled. Again, the kit's from 1980, so it's a good 30 odd year old. The Japanese version was listed as the RZ250. The British version was the RZ250LC. Main difference between the 250 and the 350 on initial looking at the bike, apart from it's got a bigger engine, is the 250 only has a single front disc and the 350 has a twin front disc. Apart from that, there's not a lot of difference. Couple of different colour schemes going by this. There's a greyish one. Ooh. And I'll just flick round. Yeah, that's the same as the front box art. That's a black one. The one I rode in my youth, this is one of the reasons for me going through this one, is the white one. Now this one's got a red scheme on it, but the one I rode had blue and white pinstripes on it, which is the one that's depicted in the first picture of the video. So box art, nothing special. It's 14002 is the part number. Okay, number 2. It's a basic kit. You might see these going for sale on eBay. It's a very basic kit. If you were comparing it to some of the Tamiya kits that come out now, this is a £12 to £14 kit. It's one of the first models, so the chrome and that on it's not that great. So if you see one of these, it's really only a £12 to £14 kit. I paid £18 for it and got it from Japan, just because I rode one of these when I was younger. Right, I'll just put my camera in its normal position and we'll cut back for the box opening. See you in a second. Ooh. Right, welcome back. Okay, the unboxing. Right, off with the top of the box. See if I can balance this in the background. Probably not. Okay, first packet. A packet of chrome wheels, discs, headlight, front forks, rear grab rail. Nothing overly exciting there. Don't like the quality of the chrome on that. So I will be doing a build of this one. All this chrome is going to be coming off. Okay, so don't like that. We've got 3 screws here. That'll be for the rear wheel, the front wheel, and where the front forks join the frame to allow the forks to turn. We've got some vinyl tubing. That'll be for depicting all the brake lines and everything on it. And we've got rubberized tyres, which they're not as good as the later Tamiya ones. They've got a lot of flash on them, so they'll need a bit of cleanup. So that's that. The next sprue has the clear parts. Now this is one thing I do like about Tamiya. Everything's in separate bags, so things don't rub together, so that's a plus point. We have the clear parts and the white parts in this bag. I'll just pop this open. Stapled together, so they're quite easy to get out. I'm going to leave the clear parts in the bag, but at the moment all that's in there is, hopefully you can pick that up, I'll get a wee pointy stick just over here. Okay, so we've got the main headlight glass, we have the rear brake light, and we have 4 indicators. Having a look at them, there's no flash on them, reasonably nicely detailed. So yeah, a sprue with some clear plastic parts on. This is sprue D. This has the two halves of the fuel tank, the two side panels, the two halves of the rear seat cowling, and a one-piece moulding of the front mudguard. I'm just having a quick look at this, and it's actually quite well cast. A little bit of flash and burring here and there, but that's nothing untoward. These two spars here are for the strengthening bars on the side of the mudguard. So sprue D, it's the white plastic, which is quite soft, so you do have to watch when you're putting these together, when you're dressing them, not to go into with too coarse a grade of sand and paper. But that's sprue D, and that's the tank. Right, I was saying they don't tend to bag them all together, but this is an early kit, so I've got a couple of sprues in here. And we have sprue B, and on sprue B we have the seat, the cylinder head, the rear brake drum and link rod, fuel cap, both side casings, both barrels, with the two halves of the airbox, so the carburetors must go on two halves on either side. Bottom crankcase, top crankcase, stand, radiator, and the chain. Let's just have a wee look. A bit of flash on the chain. Nothing too untoward anywhere else. Yeah, usual. Even though it's an early Tamiya kit for the 80s, it's a wee bit of flash on the seat there. It's all well moulded. There's not any super high detail on it. I mean, you've got Yamaha on the casings, a few wee bolts and that depicted on them, and the chain's not too bad. So yeah, that's sprue B. And this looks like the main sprue, sprue A. And on sprue A we have both parts of the frame. The rear tailpiece with the number plate and the rear light mounting point. We have the top yoke, the rear of the headlight, 4 indicators, speedo binnacle. That looks like the rear inner mudguard, 2 spark plugs, a grab handle, 2-part rear suspension, the 2 exhausts, and ooh, there's one. Where's the other exhaust end cap? I'm just looking here. Oh, please don't tell me there's a piece missing. I'll need to go and have a look at that. I would have thought, with there being 2 exhausts, there's a part missing. Oh no! Right, I'm just going to pause for a second in case it's some line somewhere about. Welcome back. Just before I disappeared off there, I have discovered there is one part missing from this kit, and I truly am disappointed. It's not a new kit, obviously it's a rare kit, somebody else has had it before me, and there's one part of the rear exhaust missing, which is a major thing. I'm trying to think of how I would scratch build that, so I'm going to have a word with some of my friends. At least there's one part there, so I may be able to cast something. Might have to make a wee resin cast. Because this is a vintage kit, I was planning on building this. I'm going to get in touch. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm going to get in touch with a few of my modeler friends to see how I can overcome this. Whether it would be building something up to shape with an old piece of sprue and filler and moulding it and sanding it and all the rest. It is just an exhaust end piece. I'll try and show you. I'll bring the light across. This is it here. It goes on the end. There's an exhaust goes up either side, and it's conical. It's not that very big a part. I'm going to have to try and think, because I've got one. The idea of moulding another part comes to hand, but I'm going to have to quiz the guys about that. make myself a cast of this, and maybe with resin or something similar, make a duplicate. It's when the part's totally missing, that's when you're in problems. So I'm pretty sure one of my friends in my modelling network has cast parts in resin, so I'm really disappointed, but yeah. So okay, anyway, going on with inbox review. The other parts on here, kickstand. Now the mirrors on this one, the Japanese version had square mirrors, UK version had round mirrors. So, but that's, oh, somebody's had that bag open and sealed it back up, that part missing. That's so annoying, but that's what happens when you buy second hand retro kits. But apart from that, the kit itself looks okay. Decals. What I was quite chuffed about with the decals on this, I don't know if you can make them out. They give you the red Yamaha with the gold stripe for the black variant. They also give you the red one with a darker blue stripe for the white tank variant. But what I'm actually quite chuffed to see is in Japan it's at RZ250, they have got RZ250 decals. So that's a plus. And they are made by Cartograph. So that's a bonus. That's all that's in the box apart from the instructions. Tells you a little bit about the bikes, when they came out. There's not a lot to them. Putting the engine together, putting the engine into the frame, putting the wheels on, back suspension together, exhausts on, front forks together, putting other ancillary parts on the bike and then painting it. And it gives you a sprue layout. Because this is out of production, I think the chances of me getting another sprue of part A is nigh on impossible. I'm going to have to figure out another way of, it was part number 17 as well, a way of reproducing that. So, you can probably tell I'm really disappointed, but that's what happens with vintage kits. Second one they ever made. I'm just glad I didn't pay silly money for it. So, from a really sad Terry from Spoo's Workshop, that is my inbox review of the Yamaha RZ250 that I bought second hand, and the pitfalls of buying a second hand kit on eBay. So, until my next kit review, that's it. Tatty bye. Hey folks, I thought it was tatty bye. I've got some good news. I was reviewing the video footage in my editor, and I'm going, oh no, this part's missing. And I could see quite clearly, but it was out of my eye shot in the box. There was a little black part. I could hear you guys screaming at the screen as well. Terry, it's in the box! It's in the box! It was in the box. It's obviously, somebody's checked the sprue, it's fell off into the box. And so, panic over, I have a complete kit. And I'm really relieved and really chuffed, because yeah, I could have made another part, but I don't have to. Yay! So, yeah, I suppose you could tell I was a bit disheartened, but I'm not now. So, what I will be doing is doing a build series on this bike, and I'll video it. So now I've got all the bits, I can do that. So this really is goodbye this time, but from a happy Terry. So Terry from Spoo's Workshop, till my next review, or my next build update, tatty bye.